Guys, I'm really sorry, but we might be here a really long time. I don't think this story or this video is ever going to end. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are checking out the Never-Ending Story. This is my Blu-ray copy sent to me by a beautiful patron. Thank you so much for sending it to me. But this is my Blu-ray copy of it. Unfortunately, I can't react to DVDs, but I'm so glad I have it because if I like this movie, then I'll just have this DVD that I can watch on Blu-ray with some special features and stuff like that. That's really cool. But today we are checking out the Never-Ending Story, as I just said, and I'm really excited for it. Very interested why the title is called The Never-Ending Story, seeing as this movie ends. It would be really funny if this movie was just a movie that never ended. It was just continuously being updated over and over again. But that is not the case. Maybe the Never-Ending Story is that stories live on forever, and this one story will live on forever in our imaginations. Yeah, I don't know how popular this movie was. I don't know what this movie is about. I know there's a white dragon thing in it at some point, and that's about my knowledge of this film. I think Stranger Things also made fun of it at some point with the Never-Ending Story song, and I don't know if that is actually from this movie or if they just made it up in Stranger Things, but either or, that song has been stuck in my head all day because I knew I was going to watch this film. And before we get into this reaction, let me do the lighting. So let me turn the light and decide what color it should be. Boop! Nice. Okay, so the lighting today, I am actually going to go purple, which is a very interesting color, not one that I do much on the channel, but I'm going purple because the poster has a bunch of floating heads and then there's like purple space, and so I'm going purple for the purple space. And if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head over to my Patreon of uncut reactions to many of the movies I watch on YouTube, as well as early access reactions to my movies that come out 1 week early. Thank you so much if you check it out. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, The Never-Ending Story. I hope this movie ends. Imagine if Amazon is just lying to me about the runtime of this movie and it actually does last forever. Well, at least I have some popcorn in my drawer that I can make. Anyways, I hope you enjoy my reaction to The Never-Ending Story. Oh my god, is this a song? Story. Yeah, it is! Oh my god, wait, this song's actually kind of bopping though. Never-Ending Story. Dude, this song actually a bop. I can imagine being a kid, I would listen to this song every day. Reach the stars. Okay, I don't know who these composers are, but I hope they're good. I know the struggle of not being able to open a jar. Don't worry, kid, you loosened it for him.
We can't let Mom's death be an
Oh,
excuse
man.
for not getting the old job done, right?
Also, that guy just made orange juice and raw egg. That is a drink for sure. Ew, he's just drinking. Ew.
It says that you are drawing horses in your math book.
Oh, he's cool.
It also says that you haven't been turning in your homework on time.
You little snitch, math teacher.
Head down out of the clouds and start keeping both feet on the ground, right? Stop daydreaming.
No, never stop daydreaming, Bastion. Keep daydreaming. Everyone, keep daydreaming.
I think we've had a nice talk.
He's like, yes, I've done my father role for the next 3 weeks.
Got any cash for us today?
Who are these bozos?
You're dead, weirdo!
How are none of these adults helping him at all? They all suck.
Maybe the chicken could lay an egg in there.
Ew. I hope you get that dragon, and I hope you breathe fire on them and that they all burn.
Get out of here! I don't like kids.
Oh, here we go. What's up, little man?
Comic books.
No, Everett. Treasure Island, Last of the Mohicans, Wizard of Oz, Lord of the Rings, 20,000...
Lord of the Rings, that's dense.
What's that book about?
Yeah, what are you reading?
That's what I like about him.
Ah, but afterwards you get to be a little boy again.
Yeah, but if you read this one, you stay the character.
And that one isn't?
Don't worry about it.
I like this guy.
This book is not for you.
I dare you to read it.
No, I don't.
Whoa, that's actually sick. This guy wanted him to do it. Oh, you little rascal.
Math test.
Oh no, you're late for your math test? No, you can't even enter. You can't even enter. You have to pretend you're sick or something. I was gonna say you forgot your key there, bud. You know, this actually filmed quite well so far.
Crashed and rumbled through the eerie woods.
It's kind of like Jumanji in book form. Whoa! Oh, the effects! I want to be that snail creature. Dude, that snail is so ugly, but I also want to be the snail. Whoa! What the heck? This movie is so charming.
Yes, you're right. Those delicious rocks are the reason we camped here, all right?
Yeah, exactly. I eat rocks.
Hey!
I love how slow the giant moves. Oh no, not the snail thing.
Now, they're all gone.
No, not the rocks.
I swear it wasn't me.
No.
Man is judging a rock biter as he eats a stick.
Up lake.
A hole?
A hole would be something. No, it was
It was nothing.
no rocks.
No. Oh, ow. You're gonna kill someone, dude.
Strange sort of nothing is destroying everything.
Yes. We nighthawks live in the south.
Maybe that's what that space on the poster is. That's nothing.
Not just in our part of Fantasia.
Maybe.
Fantasia is the world, okay.
We are on the same mission.
Oh, yeah?
After all, if the Empress can't save us, who could?
What if the mom is the Empress? Big brain.
Yes, yes. Let's go now.
Hey, wake up.
Come on, old girl.
We can't just...
You're riding that snail? I bet it's probably so slow.
Snail, can I carry you?
Don't worry, it's a racing snail.
Okay, how much faster does it go?
Racing snail.
Tally ho!
Wait, I'm so sorry that I judged the snail.
Few of these yummy gourmet rocks for the road.
Yeah, good idea. These shots of the rock giant. This movie is all chaotic. That's what I gotta say. It's good, but it's so chaotic and random.
I never knew it was that beautiful.
Whoa. Yeah, you're right. That is sexy. And I love the music, like strings, but also some synth in there. You know it's part of the 80s. If that's not heaven, I don't know what is, man. I can have chills. I can have chills from the music. And the imagery is so beautiful. That doesn't look like no Empress. The bat! The bat, oh, the bat is a mood.
The Empress for help. But I have
Creature designs on point.
seen her illness and the nothing. She's dying.
Whoa, what the heck?
Have among them a great warrior. He alone has a chance to fight the nothing and save us.
Is that gonna be our kid? Interesting.
He carried with him the hopes of all Fantasia.
Oh, he's so tidy.
I'm sorry, but this is not the time or place for children.
I am your hero.
I'll be happy to go back hunting the purple buffalo.
No, wait!
Look at the mushroom guy in the crowd. That's my favorite. Or the really fed up fairy person. Like that little boy on the left of the screen looks so done with life.
Go alone. You must leave all your weapons behind.
What? Why? You have my bow and my axe.
Take this
That is a sick necklace.
for the Empress. It will guide and protect you.
That's cool. This movie's cool. The music is awesome. The practical effects are awesome. Why is this epic? Wow, look at the map paintings. Ooh, Mr. Green-Eyed Freak over here. But why is this evil? You know, what's his purpose?
Mork was already tracking them down.
Is it like sent by the Nothing? Hired by Nothing to kill Atreyu. Imagine.
Not too much. We still have a long way to go.
Bastion, you're just reading a book. You're just reading a book. Calm down. But I like the music to the story. I like that the story, that the movie, it's not like he's getting transported into the book literally, but it's more of like a mental sense, and that the movie is portraying how you as an audience member or a reader get sucked into stories and you make yourself feel like a protagonist. At least that's what I'm getting so far.
The Silver Mountains, the Desert of Shattered Hopes, and the Crystal Towers.
Desert of Shattered Hopes? Who named that thing?
Somewhere in the deadly Swamps of Sadness.
Swamps of Sadness. Oh no. Don't sink into the swamp, please. Norris is like, I'm not going any farther. You're doing this by yourself, Atreyu.
I understand.
Oh no. Jesus. That is so disgusting. No, you're sinking, bud.
Artax, you're sinking! Come on!
If the horse dies, I'm leaving.
Artax, please! You're letting the sadness
No.
of the swamps get...
Artax.
You're my friend! I love you!
Yes, Artax. Yes.
Stupid horse! You gotta move or you'll die!
You're my friend, stupid horse. The horse dies. The horse dies. What the heck? As a child, I would be scarred for life. This really is the swamps of sorrow, whatever it was called, sadness. I actually, I'm in shock. I'm in shock that the horse died. The mountain. Maybe you gotta suffer to find the mountain. I don't know.
Morla!
Oh yeah, what's up? Oh, no way, Morla's the actual mountain. Maybe Morla isn't the dragon then. Wow, it's a giant turtle. What's up, Morla? They're like, that's strange. Moving on. Weird. Is he connected?
So we started talking 2 hours.
So basically, she's a little crazy, insane in the membrane, if you will.
You?
Not that it matters, but yes,
What is it with Morla?
we don't care.
I love Morla.
That at least would be something.
I knew Morla was the type who was just like, yeah, I don't care. Let me die. Just bring it on. Morla is born in the wrong century. Morla should be born today. She has the attitude of kids today.
It's 10,000 miles away.
It's quite a few miles.
Forget it. Give up.
Give up. Oh my god, Marla, you're crazy. There are a lot of really good, just lingering, slow camera shots in this, which are very interesting. Oh, and that's like the, yeah, there we go. That's like the beast. This synth sad music over fades is peak cinema. You know, everything's been unexpected in this movie so far. So, what if the wolf is good? What if the wolf is good? The dragon! Oh, the wolf, not good. I have chills again. What the heck? It's some music, dude, I swear. That is such a cool, practical creature. And look, they're in space! My purple. And it kind of matches the dragon too, because it's a little pink. Oh wait, it's kind of cute though. It's like a bunny dragon thing.
Leaving so soon?
Oh my god, it is kind of cute. It's got like a child innocent face, but also a wise old man face mixed into one.
You're unconscious. And you talked in your sleep.
The wink.
Here?
Thank you.
Again, this movie is so charming with its effects.
Ooh. Never give up, and good luck will find you.
Aw, thank you, Falcor. I already want to be friends with this old man.
Get out of my light, wench! You're disturbing my scientific work. Your turn. Well, little man, still in pain?
Oh my god, they're so tiny!
Come to the right place, my boy. I am somewhat of an expert on the southern article.
I am somewhat of a scientist myself.
I am the expert on the southern article. Oh, you've come to the right place.
Oh, you've come to the right place. He's so excited. I wonder if they filmed this practically with someone being really close and someone being really far away from camera.
Most people never get that far.
They die.
Feel his own worth, tries to pass by.
Hey, you know what? That kind of relates to our man Bastion reading the book.
Are they open or shut? Let me see.
They're shut.
Oh, they're gonna open. Wow. Wow, actually gone. You know what? They let the horse go, though, because the horse knows his own self-worth.
I'm gonna try it.
No!
Yes, do it.
You're about the next gate. It's even worse than this one. Betrayal!
Just tell him while he runs away. See, actually some really good blue screen stuff in this movie. Does that mean these sphinxes could also almost roast you, where if you feel like you're worth nothing and you walk through and you're safe, then you really are worth nothing. That'd be so sad. Oh man. Oh, that's a little gruesome. This movie is on the precipice of being really scary for kids. Oh, you can just dodge them then, huh?
Most men run away screaming.
That is actually kind of cool. I just want to hug the dragon. I just want to hug him. He looks so comfortable. Whoa, is he seeing the kid reading the book? That's weird. Is he like, I am just a character? This could be meta. This could be super meta. You were just a character in a story. Imagine figuring that out. Whoa, that's sick. That is sexy. I gotta say, that is a sexy shot.
No one can say Fantasia.
Yes, we do.
But we don't care either.
Can do it. Only the human child
What the heck? This is so weird.
You can only find one beyond the boundaries of Fantasia.
What if he goes into our world? What the heck? This movie's kind of meta.
Tasia?
Do you know where they are?
I have no idea.
Just keep flying one direction and you'll reach that. Reach the stars, look at what you see. I swear this movie has some of the best montage music, traveling montage music. It's so hype, but also really nice and beautiful.
Such a wonderful name.
Mother. I knew that Mother was going to play a part in this movie. Oh, it's like the thunderstorm that's where Bastion is. That took me a really long time to say. I want to see a trio just fall through the ceiling. Whoa, that is not our world. That sounded really cool. Sound design on point there. Oh, it's another rock person.
They look like big, good, strong hands. Even the stupid bat. I couldn't hold on to them.
No, they're dead. Not the bat, not the racing snail.
I will just sit here and let it take me away too.
This movie's really sad at times. It's a very cool set. I like the one light shining in too.
Artex.
Why does the movie have to bring Artex back? That was saddest moment in cinematic history. That's real. No, it's not. Is it? No, it's not. That's real though.
And have the honor of being my last victim.
No thanks.
Fantasia has no boundaries.
It's never ending.
Fantasia. It's the world of human fantasy.
Oh my god, this is so meta.
And I have been trying to help it.
But why?
Yeah, why would you want that?
People who have no hopes are easy to control.
You know, okay, I guess that makes sense.
His name was a trio.
Hey, that's me, son.
I am a trio!
He's like, what? Oh, that's kind of scary though. A lot of death in this movie. His mom died, the horse died, this wolf died, lots of people died. Gotcha! Nice, Falcor.
Can you see anything? Anything at all?
You know what though? You can see stars, and stars are something. Nice. Nice.
The ivory tower!
I got chills again. The music. It's the music. Like actually chills. Goosebump chills.
Go on.
Yeah, my man likes to wink. Wow, so tiny.
You brought him with you.
The reader.
The only way to get in touch with an Earthling.
But I didn't get in touch with an Earthling!
You did.
And now, he has come here. With you.
Imagine reading this and actually being a kid and being like, oh my days, it's me.
Just as he is sharing all your adventures, others are sharing his.
Whoa, what the heck?
Right now.
I'd be freaked out. I'd throw the book out the window.
Know what he has to do! What do I have to do?
He has to give me a new name.
Your mom's name, son? Say your mom's name, Bastion. This is kind of epic, I can't lie. This is actually really cool. Walt actually looked at me, and he's looking at me.
Why is it so dark?
That was so epic.
What is that?
Oh, oh.
What are you going to wish for?
Unlimited pizza.
And my first wish is...
The music? That would be my wish eventually too, to ride this dragon.
Falcor, it's like the nothing never was!
Ah, they're back!
What would you like to wish for next?
A burger. I'm just really hungry right now. Food is on my mind. Oh, never mind. He's gonna torture them with the dragon. Wait, I said this at the start of the movie. I want the dragon to come and burn the children. Moral of the story, bully your bullies.
Another story.
That was a fun movie, actually. I enjoyed that movie a lot more than I thought I was going to. That was really nice. I was imagining watching it as a kid. If I was a kid watching it. And I would have really liked this movie as a kid. Reach the stars. Never-ending story. La, 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 la. Story. La, 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 la. This music slaps. This music, that's what it does. This music, it slaps. Maybe need some bubbles in this. Never-ending story. Yeah. And that was my reaction to The Never-Ending Story, the 1984 fantasy adventure starring Noah Hathaway, Barret, Oliver, Tami, Stronach, sorry if I mispronounced that name, Gerald McRaney, Moses Gunn, and Thomas Hill. Oh, and also Alan Oppenheimer, cannot forget him as Falcor, basically like a lot of the different voices in this movie. I really enjoyed this movie. I'm going to be honest. I was watching this movie and pretending to be a kid while watching this movie and just trying to see how a kid would watch this movie compared to now me, an adult, would watch this movie. And both versions of me, adult and kid, would have and probably did. Well, I mean, adult version did like this movie. And I think kid me would have loved this movie as well. I think there was a lot of stuff in there for adults, a lot of stuff in there for kids as well. Some very mature themes, some very mature concepts that I think are done very well for a younger audience, but there are also some really scary moments in this movie. There's a lot of stuff dealing with death, a lot of stuff dealing with grief in this movie, and then there's also that meta almost commentary on stories as a whole and how this story is being read by someone and that is actually a plot device in the movie. That is something really cool that I've never really seen before, and I don't know, it was just really fascinating to watch. I also think the special effects in this movie, the actual, not even special effects, the practical effects, the matte paintings, the score of this movie, even the sound design of this movie, I thought all of it was really well done. And this movie felt fairly big budget for a movie that only got one sequel. It kind of reminded me of Willow. It gave me big Willow vibes, where a studio probably put a lot of money into this movie and they had a lot of faith that this would do really well at the box office for kids. Maybe parents would take their kids and stuff, but then it didn't do super well. And obviously I don't know the box office earnings of this movie. I haven't searched it up, but judging that there's only one sequel and then at least in my generation, no one really watches this movie anymore. It's definitely a movie that has stuck with 80s kids and 80s kids only. And so because of that, it makes me think that this movie didn't do very well at the box office, which is kind of the same thing with Willow, which I also watched on this channel, where Willow was a fairly big budget movie. It looks big, it looks massive. Like this movie, some great practical effects, some great score, some great acting, but no one really saw it, which is kind of a shame. But I don't know, maybe this video is gonna do really well. Maybe a lot of people saw this movie. I'm sure if you watched this movie as a kid, you have a lot of nostalgia for this movie, and I think that's very well deserved. I do think this is a great movie and a great kids movie, as well as a great movie that parents will enjoy in general. I forget what the horse's name is, but if I watched this as a kid and I saw that horse die, I think I would be scarred for life. I can't even lie. Like, if I watched this movie when I was like 8 years old, I think to this day I would still be thinking about that horse dying, because that was probably one of the top 10 most dramatic and horrible deaths in cinema history. Because that horse, we were watching this kids movie and we've seen this horse and they have this nice bond, and you know, they're in a flower field and stuff and they're hanging out, and then all of a sudden they're in like the marsh of sadness or something like that, and then the horse gets really sad and depressed, and then the horse just kills itself. The horse just lets itself drown. Can you imagine watching that? You probably don't have to if you watch this movie in theaters or as a kid, but watching this, I can't imagine watching this as a kid and being okay with that. I think I would be scarred for life. That was insane what they did. And then so many other things happen. So, like, two characters, the horse lets himself die by drowning in the mud, and then the big ogre guy, I forget his name at the moment, the rock eater, he just is like, yeah, I didn't do this well. Like, I thought I could save my friends. I didn't save my friends. Now I'm gonna let the nothing eat me. It was so tragic. What the heck? It was, I mean, if I was a kid, I would be crying. I'd be wailing. I'd be like, turn this off. This is too much for me. But I really liked it. I really liked the movie took that step. Okay, we're going to get into the reviews of this movie, then we're going to get into the music of this movie, which was phenomenal. I'm going to be downloading the score when I finish this review, and then we're going to get into just the things that I liked about this movie. I really liked the practical effects and stuff, and then maybe some things that I wish this movie could have improved upon, because I don't think this movie was perfect. Okay, so 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb, which is audience score, and 83% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is the critic score. So it seems like critics like this movie a little bit more than audiences, but I think 7.3 is a very fair score from audiences. I think there's a lot to like about this movie. I think there are some things you can dislike about this movie, some things you can criticize about this movie, but overall I think this is a very enjoyable movie with a lot of heart and soul put into it, and a lot of care and dedication put into the craft of making this movie. So I'm really glad that audiences can appreciate that. I'm sure a lot of the really good reviews come from people reviewing it as like a nostalgia piece rather than watching it for the first time with their kids, but I'm sure also a good chunk of these reviews are people watching it in a more modern day perspective. Okay, so the score of this movie was fantastic. It was very stringy, but it also had synth in it, and as soon as I heard the synth, I was like, yeah, this is an 80s movie. I was pretty sure it was an 80s movie going into it. I remember looking at the date this movie was made, but then I completely forgot about when this movie was made. But then as soon as I heard the synth in the score, I was like, okay, this is an 80s movie. Every single 80s movie on the planet had synth, but I didn't care. It was so good. It felt so magical and so hopeful. It fit the movie really well. There were definitely moments where I thought the score maybe didn't fit the movie as well as it could have. There were moments of like these really sad, like depressing moment, and then you would have this synthy score in the background, and to me it didn't really fit the mood. Like, when I hear synth, I start to dance, and I shouldn't be dancing when our character is sad or Atreyu is sad, for instance, but I was, because the score was good. So I think there were times where even if the score was really good, I think the choice of using this synthy score didn't help the emotions of the scene, but the score alone was really good, and there were moments where the score was so majestic. I got multiple chills. If you actually watch this video, you know I got multiple chills when the score became big and loud and majestic. You get a reveal of this beautiful landscape shot, and the score would just boom, and synth and violins, and it would keep increasing and increasing and increasing, and it was so good. I love the score. I'm going to download it. It was awesome. The practical effects of this movie as well were phenomenal. They were honestly some of the best practical effects I've seen in a while, and there were so many of them, and the creature design was also incredible. So I don't really know, this is going to be a little bit of a sketchy part of the review where I just kind of bounce random ideas and stuff like that, random things that I'm thinking about off the top of my head. But let's talk about Falkor first. He's the dragon, right? The pink dragon, the dragon of luck, the man who likes to wink every 10 seconds that he's in this movie, but he looks so good. He looks so cuddly and so cute, and I really liked the look of his animatronic face. I liked that even though he had like the big animatronic face and then his body was in the background, even though his body was in the background and you weren't focusing on the body at all, his body was still moving, like he was breathing, like up and down, up and down, up and down, and that's just a really nice attention to detail, which makes him feel a lot more alive than if the body was just still in the background. So, and then only the head moving, that would just kind of make him look a lot more like a puppet than an actual creature. But the actual head movement of him as well was so good. His big eyes always moving, always opening and closing. He looks so cute, but he also looks so ancient at the same time, and I didn't know if I needed to like sit and meditate in front of him because he was like some old guru, or if I could just go up and give him a big hug because he was like some young bunny rabbit dragon thing. I don't know, he was so cute, he was so wise looking at the same time. Great design, great practical model, and there were so many others. The big rock giant guy looked fantastic as well. The animatronics in this, I don't know if it was animatronics, if it was puppeteering, if it was both, but it was fantastic for both Falkor and the rock giant, and the wolf thing as well looks super scary. If I saw the wolf as a child, I would be terrified. I'd be terrified of wolves for the rest of my life because he looked really cool. His green eyes were so piercing, and something that I liked actually about this movie were the mouth movements, because the mouth movements weren't in sync with the voices, and I don't know if that's because this movie is also in a different language, because I know that this, I feel like this movie, there is some form of this movie, or I guess this movie was made by a production company that isn't an English production company per se. So I don't really know if they were originally talking in another language and that's why it's not synced up, or if they are talking in English and it's just the animatronics. But I liked that they weren't perfectly synced up because it just added so much of this 80s animatronic puppeteering charm, which I love, and it's something that you don't get anymore, which is why I love it all the more, because now you'd get these big CGI creatures, you get these big CGI sequences and stuff like that, but back then, you know, you had puppeteering, you had animatronics, and it just, I love looking at it because I can see how much work and dedication, don't get me wrong, I know there is a lot of work and a lot of dedication being put into CGI things to be, it takes a lot of effort, and I'm not trying to put down CGI artists at all, because they are phenomenal at what they do. Obviously that industry is booming right now, but because we don't see puppeteering that much anymore, or practical effects as much anymore, there is even more charm, at least for me, and I guess people watching them in my generation, I don't know how they would think, but for me, who doesn't see them that much in the movies that I watch anymore, I find them even more charming. And so to see these imperfections, to see these things on screen is something that I love. There were some things that I wish this movie could have improved upon. I think that the guy playing Atreyu, no shade to him, but I think the guy playing Atreyu, Noah Hathaway, I think his acting was a little bit bad. I think he was just really wooden. He kind of had a hard time portraying his emotions. I had a hard time connecting with Atreyu, not because he was like some 12-year-old kid, but because, I don't know, I could never really get any emotions out of him. He felt like a wooden board. Sometimes he would say his lines and it felt very stiff, like he had just rehearsed them or something like that. And that is not a knock on child acting. It is hard to be an actor. Child actors always get a bad rep all the time, and I always feel bad saying that a child actor didn't do a very good job. But he is kind of the lead of the movie, and so a lot of the emotional moments kind of hinge on his character's reaction to those moments, and I don't think he nailed them as much as he could have, which was a little unfortunate. I also thought the editing of this movie, there were some moments where the editing was a little bit weird. There was one moment where the nothing was coming towards our rock giant friend, and the camera would keep cutting super fast between the nothing and then his face getting closer. His nothing, his face closer, nothing, his face closer, and it felt a lot more comedic than serious, and I don't know if that was just me watching it or if other people got that impression, but I think it was supposed to be a very serious moment, like a, oh no, the nothing's coming and it's going to kill our friends that we've just seen, what are we gonna do? But to me it was just really funny, and I couldn't take that scene seriously. I also really liked the meta stuff in this movie. It was something that I didn't expect, and then when I started to say that it's going to be almost like Jumanji, where you read the book and then you get sucked into the book, like almost literally sucked into the book, it wasn't quite like that, but it was really cool how the movie, or how the story in this movie, acknowledges that there is someone reading the story, and then it also goes a step further, and it's like other people have been reading this boy's story, Bastian's story, and I was like, what the heck, like, am I in a story? Who is reading my story right now? It was so crazy, but I really liked that aspect. It was really interesting, and I thought, like, it was kind of nice, a nice message in the movie that, like, one, you see yourself in the character, you believe you're in the worlds and stuff like that, but two, the movie was basically saying, like, don't stop daydreaming, don't stop imagining, like, be a kid, even if you are an adult, don't do what the father said and just keep 2 feet planted on the ground, you know, dream, hope, have wishes, you know, and I really like that message. It's something that I think a lot of adults forget as they grow up, that you can still have dreams, even if it's not a dream that you had as a kid, you can still dream of something, you know, like maybe as a kid, you know, I wanted to be an astronaut. Obviously, I am not smart enough to be an astronaut, that's why I'm watching movies instead. However, I still have dreams that aren't astronauts. It's not to be an astronaut anymore, but I have dreams to aspire to do other things, you know? And so I like that the movie was basically telling children that it's okay to dream, it's okay to daydream. Obviously, maybe it was also telling children that it's okay to read stories and not go to math class, but that's another conversation. I liked the main message of this movie. Okay, and I don't think I'm going to talk about the cast because I don't really have anything. I don't really think anyone stood out in the cast. I don't think Bastian or Atreyu really stood out to me as characters or as actors, but I think the whole thing, or everything around them, is the reason that I liked the movie so much. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. And yeah, I know there's a second one. I won't be watching it. I heard the second one sucks. I don't want the story. I mean, the second one is technically the last movie, so that would mean the story ends, right? And you know, the never-ending story, I gotta leave it because it's never-ending story. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next movie reaction.